although you know he's going to all in, that's really his only chance. He does have a few opportunities to do it. I would say level 1, if you can actually get them far enough up, you can win all in.
Spend the mana is actually just axe the wave and try and push it in. But again, it costs a lot for him, and it's much easier for Meiko to just kind of sit back, last hit with his range melee attacks, and then just try and poke Jisu.
Yeah, and just honestly, anytime you're walking up for the melee last hits, you're going to be taking damage. You're going to be taking both, which is what makes it so much harder to actually maintain a really high farm count in one of these range versus melee matchups. Look at the cannon. The cannon's having some problems there. Does get a bit unstuck, but
ooh, good one.
So far, so good. I mean, he's been hitting his axes on Meiko, and he's obviously prioritizing that over the push. He's trying to use every single axe on Meiko, and if Meiko does get too low, and he is pushed up, as you said, you can go for that all in. You have the exhaust to slow him down. You have the ghost to speed you up.
Exactly.
There is certainly potential.
And that's the thing, again, this map is much longer than, you know, a standard mid lane where you're sitting with the Syndra, and normally you have time to go back to a tower. Not in this case here. So Meiko is actually giving the push over to Jisu, and again, Olaf, early levels, super, super strong. A lot of damage. You really got to respect the all-in from him. Good damage in return, though, from Meiko here.
Yeah, that trade a little bit rough. Obviously, you can get some health back with your W up there if you're going to go for that, but Jisu has not yet leveled it. He put a couple points in the queue, which is going to make quite a bit of sense, but up in farm, pushes it in. It's looking good.
Really like the fact he gets the wave into this turret here. Cannon minion just died. Some of the minions dying as well. Meiko's only sitting on 12 CS at the moment, and he's going to miss a lot of these.
Yeah, I mean, he is really kind of struggling to pick up this farm. He's actually getting very low and is out of mana here too, so even though Jisu did get his back canceled, doesn't seem like he actually needs to go home just yet, and is looking to be in a really good position. Maybe he can just straight up win a farm out here.
I mean, he's getting a lot of value just by the fact he's actually keeping up in mana for his axe spamming. Against Meiko, he even gets a heal now. It's a little bit more for himself.
And Meiko has the wave pushing against him, so he's got to be scared. Like, the wave is putting him in a dangerous spot. If an axe connects here from Jisu, I think he actually could look for an all-in right around this, but has not been able to connect any of the last couple, and this is probably the last chance for really an all-in at this level. If you hit level 5, you can look for it.
That one
moved up pretty far.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. We have to remember he's picked Ghost, which will not help him stay alive if Meiko is actually going all in against him, where Meiko on the other side with Exhaust and Barrier both really work well in combat. So Jisu needs to respect that. Also the fact he was not level 6 yet. Not a good trade.
I mean, that's the importance of hitting those axes, right? He was actually winning out quite heavily. He had hit quite a few in a row. He misses 3 or 4 straight axes onto Meiko. That means he loses control of the minion wave. That means his opponent can actually push forward and look to push him out, end up with a very even farm, but he has at least been able to tie that up, and Meiko is kind of going for the more offensive options so far. A Kindle Gem is pretty interesting buy here for Jisu, but it is something that's fairly efficient if you can actually be able to spam out with the CDR. Might have expected, honestly, something different. I wouldn't have been surprised to see something like boots and long swords or boots and a null, but we'll see how effective it does end up.
So much damage. I think he just wanted CDR and HP. Honestly, he's like, you know what? Just give me them stats right now. Obviously, again, boots is super valuable for him for the all-in, but he knows with the Ghost, he will be able to stick to Meiko. And Meiko won't be able to escape. Once again, Jisu trying to just get the wave onto this turret here. See what he can deny.
He's not been able to hit axes for a while, though. And as long as Meiko keeps dodging them, he's going to be in a good spot. That's really the only thing that Jisu has to actually fight back.
And also 2 stacks already used on his Corruption Potion. Meiko's still sitting with 2 health potions on his side. Of course, mana is the thing you always got to look for with Syndra here. A lot of damage once again.
And he's getting really low. Jisu probably just having to go back to base here again, but he has pushed in. He's going to stay around. I mean, if Meiko thinks he has base and comes out too far, I actually feel like Jisu could have stayed in the bush there a bit longer, and perhaps if Meiko moved forward for the last hits, when he's out of mana like that, you can pop the ult and look for an all-in. But Jisu's still confident he can win on farm, still confident he can poke down his opponent, and Meiko, although he's low on mana, does have the mana flow ban proc ready, which not only refunds the cost of your ability, but gives you the additional percentage mana back. So he is going to be okay for now.
Also higher HP at the moment. Obviously, Olaf is okay being lower HP if there is a potential all-in. And Meiko needs to be a little bit careful because this wave is pushing towards Jisu, and Meiko is very far up the lane at the moment.
And that's why it's all just about how many axes can you dodge. Because if Jisu had hit that one, if he hits one more, that can be what prompts the all-ins. But
he might look for it.
Has been very good at actually dodging out these axes, and I feel like, the ghost is popped. He's going to go for it now.
Fighting, it's all in. Meiko very low on mana right now. Jisu's going all in with the ulti.
Oh, he missed the axe, but he got another health pack, and if he hits this one, he
heal.
will win.
There's no mana, Meiko!
Oh, Jisu connects the final axe there, and Meiko bet it all on getting the health back. He tried to